Is the era of competitive elections in South Carolina about to reach a permanent, irreversible end? Governor Henry McMaster is preparing to pull a political lever that many thought was off the table, signaling a move that would fundamentally reshape the state's congressional map and potentially erase the only Democratic voice in the entire delegation. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss out on these critical updates as they break. The situation is rapidly evolving. We are looking at a scenario where Governor McMaster is expected to announce a special legislative session specifically designed to redraw South Carolina's House map. This is a massive reversal from his position just weeks ago. Why the sudden change? All signs point to intense, direct pressure from Donald Trump and his inner circle, who are laser-focused on locking in a 7-0 Republican majority in the state's House delegation. At the center of this firestorm is Representative Jim Clyburn. As the sole Democrat representing South Carolina in the House, Clyburn has been a fixture of the state's political landscape for decades. The proposed map wouldn't just challenge him, it would effectively dismantle his district entirely, scattering his constituents into ruby-red strongholds. This move follows a dramatic showdown in the state legislature. Just days ago, 5 Republican state senators bucked their own party, joining forces with Democrats to block a measure that would have allowed for this mid-cycle redraw without a special call from the governor. They needed a 2/3 majority to bypass the governor's formal intervention, and they fell short. But McMaster isn't taking no for an answer. By calling a special session, he lowers the threshold required to pass this map to a simple majority, a hurdle the GOP can clear with ease. The timing here is far from accidental. Across the South, we are witnessing a domino effect. Following the Supreme Court's recent decision to narrow the scope of the Voting Rights Act, states like Tennessee and Louisiana are already rushing to reshape their political boundaries. South Carolina is now next on the list. James Blair, a key aide leaving the White House to run Trump's midterm operations, made the party's intentions clear on social media, bluntly stating that South Carolina isn't done. But what does this actually mean for the voters? On one hand, it's a masterclass in political maneuvering. By locking in a 7-0 split, the GOP would insulate itself from the volatility of general elections in the state, potentially neutralizing Democratic influence for the foreseeable future. On the other hand, the dissent within the Republican ranks is telling. Even some of the most conservative voices in the state Senate are wary of the optics and the viability of these new lines. Some Republican senators who opposed the initial vote have openly questioned if this map is a guarantee of success or just an invitation for a messy legal battle. Meanwhile, national Democrats are not sitting idle. The party's top campaign arm has reportedly begun recruitment efforts in the state, signaling that even in a heavily gerrymandered environment, they believe there are paths to competition. They are betting that even the most carefully drawn lines cannot fully suppress a motivated electorate. As we stand on the precipice of this special session, the question isn't just about who wins or loses a seat in Congress, it's about the long-term health of our representative democracy. Is a map that guarantees a 7-0 victory for one party a reflection of the people's will, or is it a calculated maneuver to render the opposition irrelevant? The governor is expected to make his official announcement later today, provided he doesn't change his mind at the 11th hour. So, what do you think about this? Is it just the reality of hardball politics, or is this an attack on the integrity of our elections? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to hear your take on whether these redistricting efforts are going too far. This is a story that will define the upcoming midterm cycle in the South, and we will be here covering every twist and turn. Stay informed, stay critical, and I will see you in the next one.